So hey family, I'm coming on today to share something that is real deep and dear to my heart. Um Today is April the 3rd, and I was supposed to get on here April the 1st, but didn't have a chance. But April is Autism Awareness month. And as you can see, my shirt says don't judge what you don't understand. And so I say that to say, I have a 14-year-old son who was diagnosed with autism at around 3 years, 7 months. By 3 years, 7 months, he still was not talking. And that was devastating to me because he was my fifth child of six. And in my mind, all the other kids was perfect. What could possibly be wrong with this child? And I also know that I did everything right with this child. I was older. I ate right. I didn't smoke cigarettes. I didn't drink weed. I didn't do anything with this child. Everything, I did it by the books. And I ended up with a child that had autism. And what I didn't know was at the time, like, if it was anything that I could have blamed it on, I wanted to find some reason that this happened, but I didn't have one. And that's one of the hardest things I find with other parents like myself, is that we don't have a reason, not only to help other people and prevent it from happening to someone else, or to even get a cure for it. But what I've learned over the past 10 years with my son is that that the that autism is a disability, that's a developmental disability. And I don't even like to say disability, because over the years I have taught my son that, you live with autism. And also in the last few years I've been teaching him that autism is his superpower. And the reason why, because kids are different. Kids can be cruel. But what I realized with my son is, upon looking at him, you can't see that he has autism, which there's some kids that can't speak, can't talk, that have certain behaviors. But when you get to know these kids are actually brilliant. The main thing about the spectrum is that they see the world around them differently than we see them. Than we see it. And a lot of the times we don't accept stuff that we don't understand. And unfortunately, we teach our kids the same thing. And my son, like each child that I've come in contact with over the years, they have an obsession or a fixation. And since about 8 months old, my son fixation has been trains. Well, now he's 14 years old with a YouTube channel, and his content is trains. He knows everything about a train from the beginning to the end. The pieces, the parts, the kind, what they're used for, what track they travel on, what they carry, all this stuff, and what part of the world they were invented. It's just, he can talk trains with somebody all day long. I look at him and I'm like, how do you know this stuff? But that is his thing. So, but what I've realized is, I had to accept that my son had autism. And it was not easy to accept, coming from my culture. Look at me. Everything, listen, you can't beat everything out of a kid. I would have people tell me, oh, I know what's wrong with him. He just need his butt whipped. Oh, y'all ain't raising him right. Y'all let him do whatever he want to do. If you would do this, then it wouldn't be that old 70s and 60s way of living, and thinking that that's the way that we're going to approach this this disability is completely not the way to do it. So what I'm saying is to hope that what I learned early on too was when I found out that my son, first they say he had developmental delay. When I first found out that he had developmental delay, I signed up for early intervention. Early intervention